Following David Rudder's remarks, there is a great deal of ambiguity in the air. David Rudder, the CEO of R3, has been there for 11 years. During the introduction, he discussed Dogecoin and XRP and the feedback he received from investors who said they held these assets in their retirement accounts. We'll cover some important information in today's film, but it's only meant to be a diversion. You'll see what goes on behind the scenes and how these firms are developing. Now, let's go back to 2015. I recommend that you all watch it. It will go hand in hand with the video from yesterday. That was successful with today's video. Perfectly, Ripple releases the blockchain and bank interledger. October 8, 2015 is a very significant date. A month later, we met with the 25 banks after Ripple released the Ethereum blockchain and bank interface. Utilizing a startup R3 distributed ledger, what are the chances? Ripple is providing the technology to get it going, and the consortium of R3 is one of the partners on the list on which Ripple XRP will be directly leveraged. Goldman Sachs and Santa, two of the biggest banks in the world of finance, have already made investments in Ripples and Circles, respectively, so they've dabbled in the world of cryptocurrencies. They're in front of your face, and we have Bank of America, Citibank, and HSBC participating, all of which are indirectly related to Ripple and XRP, and then in 2016 when they had everything prepared for us. Banks and startups are three tests the cross-payments technology that you see in action. As you can see from the timeline, we used Interledger to link the banks in October 2015. A month later, R3 announced the banks they were collaborating with alongside Ripple, and in 2016, they began doing the testing. Now, let's get into the video, where I will pause and explain what he is talking about. From my perspective, the financial markets are flawed in many ways, and I saw this technology as a way to improve upon that. As a result, we are starting to see some real, production-based systems. The SDX issues digital bonds that are truly native to the digital age, and you can settle them right now with wholesale CDC from the Swiss National Bank. Everyone is okay, so he's discussing the SDX interchange for a little while, so let's speak about that. This is a notice of basic agreement on the formation of a joint venture with 6 digital exchanges in Switzerland, all right. SBI and SDX are teaming up for institutional investors based in Singapore. Things start to look fairly good at this point. Frantic, all right, pay attention to this. 6 groups, including SDX, which also provides trading and settlement agency services for digital assets in Europe with a focus on Switzerland, run the Swiss Stock Exchange, one of the top exchanges in the world. Keep it in mind, just in case. Just a few days ago, BBVA began collaborating with Monaco to enhance its cryptocurrency asset services in Switzerland, and you can probably guess who's well known there. Ripple recently acquired a Swiss business that Monaco was in addition to acquiring Matto, a Swiss cryptocurrency custody services company. BBVA accomplished its first real-time international money transfers between Europe and Mexico in 2017. Do you see how these are all simply connected, Ripple? This occurred a few days ago. I mean, all of them are in operation. All of these businesses are cooperating either directly or indirectly. In addition, Zodiac Custody integrated with the MAO network, which also has shareholder support. That a massive, enormous amount is Bank Standard Chart. SBI Capital Standard Chartered has invested in SBI's Ripple. We've only just begun, so let's move on. There's no need to discuss SBI, Ripple, or any of their correlations. Creative companies like HQX, which tokenize the underlying collateral for balance sheet management and collateral swaps, and the Italian banking sector UCA, one of our products. Oh, I see. You wish to speak. On October 2, 2018, the Italian Banking Association successfully concluded the first test of an interbank blockchain system. You can guess what it was on the Corda DLT platform, developed by the Blockchain Consortium R3, a few months later in that same year. Alright, so in October and December of last year, R3 announced to the public that their universal settlement application would enable XRP as the first mechanism for settlement, while the settler would be open to all types of cryptography and traditional assets. This XRP demonstration is the next logical step in demonstrating how widespread acceptance and use of digital assets to transfer value and make payments can be achieved. Additionally, keep in mind that XRP regulates Ripple. Clarity lacks all the other advantages. Possess Clarity the only assets that make sense now, given our current situation and all of the partnerships, are Bitcoin and XRP. I refer to this as the network of trust because of the level of trust that Ripple has accumulated over the previous 10 years. It will make money. Turned out well, and the settler record is still available on the R3 website, where the entire proof or notion for the use of the XRP network with Corda in terms of set M is essentially present. Let's hear him out on this point. You know, I'm not allowed to tell you. How many painters or valets are there at my house? Or those who have, well, connected with you, perhaps they Google you. And that blockchain is a form of cryptocurrency. Furthermore, since we don't use blocks, the cord is essentially a distributed ledger technology. For regulated finance, it is ineffective. As a result, and you are aware of this, blockchains will not genuinely support our financial infrastructure. They explain how, hey, it's been pretty worrying for me because half of my retirement funds are invested in Dogecoin, XRP, and God knows what other coin. I believe that the regulators have been a little sluggish in addressing this issue with any new technology. We're working hard on projects like Project Jura and Project Dunbar, and you and I mentioned a project out of Singapore a little while ago. He then brings up projects like Project Dunbar, which we'll get into in a moment, but I don't think there's a true meaning behind his whole comment about XRP and Dogecoin. Innovations like the internet have amazing potential for us to reinvent money. I believe I just used those digital materials. Fear of any type is unwarranted. We have merely provided you with hard facts about what is happening. The inner workings of Ripple and R3 eventually, they'll be employed. Even if 100% of people believe they aren't, people should check them out. Just bear in mind that non-disclosure agreements are real in the finance industry. Alright, a lot of things are happening in the world. The rounds that take place even if we are not present, the most we could get is to try to piece the puzzles together the way we have with SBI SDX, to which he alluded, and BBAA's partnership with Ripple-owned Madako. Additionally, BBAA is conducting its first international real-time transfer. Why would they travel to Madako with Ripples? Since they are aware that Ripple is the owner of Mao. Because, well, we had SBI on the all-in-one suite. Now, do you all see where I'm going with this? I thank every one of you for listening to me go on about it, so let's get started on Project Dunbar. Pay attention to this section. But there would only be one platform. To pledge assets supporting the issuance of CBDC, a portion of the end-to-end payment flow will probably also need to interface with systems at central banks and, for client transactions, with systems at commercial banks. They are discussing R3. The proof of concept they are implementing on the platform is merely a portion of the entire payment procedure. Alright, they are not sure how to solve this problem. It will be crucial to continue developing and testing the technical connectivity and interface with external systems. Did you hear anything more about this? It may be investigated in conjunction with the business viewpoint to support additional commercial use cases and applications. Technical connectivity creation and testing, as well as interface with external systems, will be crucial, and they may even investigate this. I'm not even sure why they mention it may be investigated. Will be investigated, and to top it all off, standards and interoperability additional external systems must be connected using a multi-CBDC platform. Moreover, to facilitate international payments in all currencies and jurisdictions, other national or regional multi-CBD platforms must be connected via a regional multi-CBDC platform. David, just lend me a hand, please. I'll just think of this music in my ears, technology that enables every financial institution on Earth to settle with every other financial institution in a compatible jurisdiction for any asset in seconds for less than a penny. To enable international payments across all jurisdictions and currencies, go back and read that section. Interoperability, or the capacity of various systems to effortlessly and readily communicate with one another, will be crucial for global connectivity standards, or a common language and set of standards will make interoperability possible. What more could I ask for in between these systems, the writing on the wall? Simply open these documents, conduct some research, and have a look. What is happening? Here, they are discussing the R3 platform together. Whether the drawback is that, despite this, more technology needs to be added for everything to work together. Gentlemen and ladies, we'll be back. We began developing RLNet with a different video, based on the idea that cryptocurrency liquidity would soon be able to facilitate reliable international payments. The RippleNet was created so that users could turn on the switch when they realized how beneficial our fiat-based network was. When the market was sufficiently developed, to ODL. And that's precisely what's going on. Flip the switch and, I believe, construct what we are. You aware that it addresses a genuine issue? And I believe that each token represents my advice. If actual value and utility were being provided to a person, everybody would be able to understand it. A genuine customer will find value in the token.